Okay, so the other day, J. Cole decided to drop a song on his YouTube channel titled Port Antonio. And this song off the bat, when you hear it, it's up J. Cole's alley. It's a very laid back, chill type of song. It has a Jay-Z sample. And with every J. Cole song you would hear, you're gonna expect lyricism, elite lyricism. And that's what we got. I'm not really going to talk about his first verse because it's more of a build up for the second verse. The first verse is just him talking about his childhood and how he grew up and things like that. That's a pretty good way I'd sum it up. But the remaining of the song just puzzles me because J. Cole goes in more on why he didn't want to participate in the back and forth with Kendrick Lamar in the rap battle. And I'm not going to lie, it was very mature how he handled it. But it just doesn't make sense because J. Cole talks about how he's numero uno, how he's number one and he can beat anyone and things of that nature. But you want to fall back in the rap battle because according to Cole, Kendrick and Drake were going for blood and J. Cole got their blood in his hands. Like, that doesn't make any sense. He barely participated in the battle. Even though he did, that still counts. But he backed out early before everything got crazy, before Not Like Us and anything else after that. So to be like, I'm the best and I'm numero uno, I'm Muhammad Ali, you know what he said on First Person Shooter. You can't be number one if you're not willing to decapitate everyone in your path, whether they're your friend or not. And I'm not telling J. Cole to start rumors about someone saying that they're this and that, but I see why he felt this way because Drake accused Kendrick's girlfriend or wife with sleeping with his bodyguard and things like that. And Kendrick accused Drake of being I don't want to say the word, but yeah, he accused him of that, you know, liking kids. And if Cole didn't want to take that approach, he didn't have to. He could find other ways to beat his opponent. But it can't just be, okay, guys, we're going to lyrically battle for the number one spot and then, you know, see who raps the best and then go home and be friends and things like that. It's not going to be that way. If you really want to be number one, you really, really, really have to go in on your opponent because Drake, Kendrick, and Cole are all in the top three. They all want to be number one. They all been aiming for the spot. Some people think Drake's spot has been taken from Kendrick. Some people think Drake has been number one forever and he will never ever fall off. And I hate how J. Cole dips his foot in and takes his foot out. I don't like when he does that. He says he's the best lyrically and he could beat anybody just to apologize and be friendly right after. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, people don't believe you anymore. And honestly, I think J. Cole's been rapping. I'm sorry, but J. Cole, just rapping wise, has been rapping better than Drake and Kendrick. Like, just rapping wise, he had a chance, but he doesn't want that spot, and he will never get that spot. He backed out because he said he's finally free. He said he's finally free of being in the top three and having all these expectations. But then he has braggadocious rhymes at the same time. It just Cole. And the thing about J. Cole, he can do that, of course, because he can rap. He's an elite lyricist. And he mentioned in the song that just because he didn't shoot his gun doesn't mean his gun isn't lethal. Okay, but you didn't shoot the gun, so you can't say that. It just doesn't make any sense. And I know J. Cole's gun is lethal. The reason why I say J. Cole has been rapping better than Drake and Kendrick because he's been lyrically consistent. Some people could say, oh, it's Kendrick, but Kendrick wasn't as consistent as J. Cole was this year. He wasn't consistent until he started dropping the diss records and things like that. But J. Cole was really rapping. And this was his chance. Like, when he said he was number one, I was like, yeah, I believe it. If someone was to say that J. Cole lyrically is number one out of the big three, I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't be mad at all. If, oh, J. Cole's number one, I wouldn't be mad at all. But for him to be like, yo, I'm at peace now, things of that nature, like he's finally free. J. Cole, what did you build your career up to be? You built your career this far just to back out, just to say you're good. And the thing about it, there's no going back after this. I'm still going to listen to J. Cole's music. Don't get it twisted. If J. Cole drops a project, I'll be the first to listen to it. I'm still going to listen to J. Cole because he's so elite. He's such a great writer. He's so talented. He has such a huge fan base. I'm not knocking J. Cole for his skill. We all know J. Cole is crazy talented. But you can't just y'all know what I mean. Like this, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm still gonna listen to him though. Like I said, like you claim you want to be number one, but if you really want to be number one, you're really gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to go in. And this was his chance. He had an open lane. He had a spot ready for him. J. Cole damn near had a perfect career from the beginning. Damn near. It was such a buildup, such a perfect career. And it was his chance to get that number one spot. But then he responded back to Kendrick on that 7-minute drill track just to apologize later live at Dreamville Fest. And what made matters worse, he deleted the song off streaming services. Like, why are you so scared, J. Cole? All the years building up, this was his chance. This was your moment. It was here for you. It was here on a silver platter. And Cole also said he would have made a foe. He didn't want to lose a bro, meaning he didn't want to lose Kendrick as a friend. And he still rocks with Drake, and he complimented Drake on the song too, said, Drake, you'll always be my guy, and things like that. So I don't know. I feel like this it gives me the feeling that Drake isn't really cool with J. Cole at the moment. But J. Cole is still praising Drake and still saying, oh, thank you for everything you did to me. Yeah, I mean, J. Cole's he's a nice guy. He's a very nice guy, but in his rhymes, he's talking that talk. But when you're ready to get on the field and like really prove yourself, you back out and apologize and say sorry, and then told Kendrick, okay, take your best shot, take your best shot. So don't get mad if Kendrick goes crazy on him, because he can't tell Kendrick how to come at him.
I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way, and if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love.
So if Kendrick does come out with a diss track or he takes shots at J. Cole can't be pissed later on, because you did participate. Even though you backed out, you still participated. You disrespected Kendrick's catalog in the diss record, saying that his music puts people to sleep. Even though people say that with you, you're more on that side. People say that mostly to you, not Kendrick. And then later back out. Nah, J. Cole, you got to stand on it. You said what you said. But clearly Cole is not a fighter like that. He just didn't want to participate anymore. He was like, yo, like this didn't feel right in my soul, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And that's fine. You can feel that way. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. But I don't want to hear, oh, I'm number one, or things of that nature. My pen is crazy. Even though his pen is crazy, he can say that, but that's fine. There's a lot of other people's pens that are crazy. They're just not in the top 3. You feel me? There's a lot of people, so many underrated lyrical people that their pens are insane, but they're not in the top 3. He's no longer in the top 3 in terms of, I mean, he pretty much said he's finally free. He's good. So even he said it himself. So he's good. He withdrew himself. When you want to be number one, you really have to go for that spot. You have to have that dog in you. Like, I don't know if you guys used to watch wrestling or anything like that, but remember, Stone Cold and The Rock were 2 top wrestlers in the company. They both believed that they were number one. Those were 2 top guys. And then when they fought at WrestleMania 17, it got crazy. Yeah, they were fighting whatever in the beginning, but then steel chairs were there. They were used. There was a lot of blood. It was crazy. It was insane. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to your opponent to get that number one spot, especially if both of you guys are elite. If 3 rappers are elite and y'all all want that number one spot, it's not going to just be, oh, lyricism, blah, 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 and then that's it. And then everybody go home and kumbaya. It doesn't work that way. You're going to have to go in on your opponent, because Kendrick's not a scrub and Drake is not a scrub, no matter how you may feel about him or them or whatever the case is. So, yeah, you're going to have to do your thing, but prove it in a battle. We know Cole can rap, like I said. Cole can rap. He is elite. He's amazing. And I can't wait for that project. But you know, he did what he did and he backed out. So I don't want to hear that number one talk ever again. And that's a fair point. People can't get mad at that. That's a fair point. But I don't know. That's just how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Let me know how you guys feel down below in the comments. Do you guys feel like J. Cole should get a pass? Do you think people are going too hard on him? Yeah, just let me know down below in the comments. So yeah, J. Cole said he's free. So just step aside, J. Cole. Let these 2, Drake and Kendrick, I guess, still go at it if things are gonna continue. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna just let them do their thing. J. Cole can step aside. I'm still gonna listen to your album though. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be a great project. But yeah, I still love you, Cole. Yeah. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm out.